Yo guys, what is going on? We're here with some more Starcraft 2 replays. The last video of Starcraft 2 that I actually put up was well received, got some very good comments and a lot of views, which either means two things. Either one, you guys are starting to really like this, or it's being found real easily. Either way, it's some of the most views I've ever had on a video, so I am going to be putting out a lot more Starcraft 2 stuff, but I'm still open if you guys have more suggestions or complaints or whatever. Go ahead, feel free to tell me. I will not be mad if you have saying, oh, I don't like StarCraft, or I don't think this is fun, or you don't do it well. As long as you're not just being blatantly rude and just hateful, I'm always open to some criticism. But with that kept and said, we're going to jump into this, and here we have today over in blue playing Zerg is this mighty Stephano versus over in red playing Terran TSL Polt. Definitely going to be an interesting game, as you don't need to be too far into StarCraft, or at least into the pro scene, to know that these are two really good players. You see a lot of good stuff for Stephano being one, arguably being one of the best Zerg players out there. So this is going to be a good matchup. So we see here that Polt already pumping out the SOVs and getting the bunker as a typical Terran build. This is very standard. As a Terran player, I use this a lot myself too. And then going for the gas. The gas is a bit earlier than, or no, I'm sorry, a little bit confused there. Gas right on schedule, and only taking one gas so far. So what is, let's see, Stephano, is he gonna scout this out here? Didn't want to do that. Yes, he's gonna get out here and see this gas. He hasn't checked the other one, but I'm sure he's gonna look for it if he can. Let's see where he's going. Sees that gas, gets a good scout. This is going to tell him that most likely he's going to go for a bio build. Some very, very good scouting over there. Let's see. Stephano choosing taking that second natural base early. Standard place. He does like to build a very good economic build here to get a good, strong economy going. And then quickly in that spawning pool, no gas yet. Typical of Stephano going for that nice early Zergling game there. He's doing a lot of scouting here with that drone, considering his Overlord just sitting out here. Not sure what he's going to do with the Overlord. Probably going to try to see if he can't stop a second expansion. Going back to everyone view. Almost forgot there. He is sitting, we do see he is, I am mixing my words today. Sorry guys. We do see Polt pulling out the one Marine. Is going to scout his base or stay? He looks like he's probably going to go for his base and scout it out here. This, I completely missed this. My fault, guys. Here, he did send the SUV probably to scout. Yes, he did get good scouting of his base, most likely, and put down the bunker to slow down production. Although slightly misplaced, perhaps. Maybe he was actually trying to go for a proxy bunker and actually get up here, but it's not going to work, as Stephano is quick to take that out there, and not much you can do with that bunker except for cancel it. Because at this point, it's just wasted minerals. It's not preventing anything, not blocking a route, not stopping that natural. Really, it was just a waste of money if you left it there. So going to be smart for him to take that out. Going to bring that Marine back. So probably was going for that bunker proxy, but did not work for him at all. Even the second Marine was on his way coming out to help. I'm going to retreat though, as there's nothing to help there anymore. Has the wall built up and switched out his factory for a barracks. So I wonder what he's actually going here for, because pulling out a factory that's early with one gas would be a weird style for mech play, but I'm never too sure with this guy. It could be a very surprisingly good play. Not 100% sure here. Zergling trying to get into the main base, completely failing. Not sure what he's trying to do with that. Probably going to try to do some scouting, not going to work. We already have these two Hellions coming out, definitely going to be harassed. Two Hellions like that is just pure harassment, typical Terran harassment there. Going right there, taking the Zergling out, which is going to be telling Stephano, hey, there's Hellions coming. There's only one job the Hellions are going to have. I'm not sure. He has the spine crawl already set up, so that's going to help prevent that Hellion harass. Polt, knowing that if he goes in there with two, he's probably going to take it out before he can even do any damage at all. Most likely waiting for more Hellions. Here they come on their way to the rescue to help this push out. What else we got going on here? What is... Oh, sorry. Thought this Overlord was a building on this corner here, but it wasn't. Now he has the 4 Hellions. Is he choosing to go in, or is he just going to wait for more, possibly reinforcements? There is a Marauder coming in, and this is 2 more Hellions. So it looks like this early harassment is turning into more of a containment hold here. Not sure how effective it's going to be, though, considering at the moment it's only 4 Hellions. He could easily break through it if he wanted to with these 2 Queens and Zerglings here. Let's see what the bases are looking like right now. Stephano going for just a spawning pool and gas and focusing on minerals. This also coming up here is an evolution chamber. Gonna be working on those upgrades. Very important to Zerg get those upgrades because without them... Oh, here comes the engagement. Hellions going in. Gonna kite those Zerglings away, leaving these poor Marauder Marines to just get devastated, almost taking out the Spine Crawler. Doesn't look like those Zerglings are able to take down those Hellions, but they are going to make a retreat because they cannot take on the rest of this force now that's going to be focused in on them. Queen's going to transfuse that, but it is still bleeding out here. He should definitely... Is it still bleeding, or is that just effect, actually? No. That's just an effect. Wow, I just went stupid there for a second. Sorry about that, guys. Zergling's going to come here in the middle of the map, looking to control that tower. Also... Oh, Jesus, why do I... For some reason, whenever I start casting, my mouth gets really dry and I have to swallow a lot. Bit unusual. Stephano using his overlords, not only spraying them out to prevent them all being taken down at once, but putting them in the outlying area. Why do I keep swallowing? I swear, like, it's just something I do. I just have to keep swallowing to refresh my mouth. Small little battle there between these Hellions, going to clean out these Zerglings. Not sure what they were doing there. Probably scouting out to see if he was going to take that 3rd base. It is a very good 3rd base for them to take out. Here comes more Zerglings, surrounding that one poor Hellion and taking him out immediately. These Marines are probably going to be able to save him. Let's see, they didn't save one Hellion, but they saved the rest of them, fortunately enough. He is working on this supply block hull. Oh, wow, supply wall block here. It's going to be very effective, especially against Zerg, although if he does choose to get bandings, he could just smash right through that. These Hellions are coming back up here, probably going for attempting another contain. Interesting enough, not sure how he's going to work with that. Didn't work out so well last time for him, and these Hellions getting caught out of position here. These Zerglings definitely punishing them, but not be able to take him out. He looks like he's going to be sending those Marines in and taking out these Creep Tumors. Very good play. If you're not going to be able to go charge to the base, at least keep those Creep Tumors from spawning. Now, preventing that Zerg from getting out, they're going to see this 3rd base, which I didn't even notice. Wow, I'm really off of it. Gonna here and clean this up. Doesn't like, oh, here comes the Zerglings try to prevent it. Are they able to take those Hellions out? Not sure. They're not getting ants around these Marines. They're not able to take that out. But it looks like these couple of Zerglings trying to get out of there before their base goes up in flames. Can't blame them for that one. And it looks like they're going to come out here. They finish that, sweep that out. And that's going to hurt Stephano, because as a Zerg player, the more bases you have, the more mineral income you get, and the more Zerglings you can just pump out instantly. So it's probably that's going to be hurting Stephano a lot. And here we see Polt taking his 3rd. Going to be a good play. If he can keep that 3rd for as long as he can, it's going to put the Terran player up ahead. Stephano starting to look in a bad position. He is on big containment here. Looks like he's going to go back for that 3rd hatchery. And try and get these Marines. Going to surround them. Oh, and the Medivacs take him out. They're realizing that that surround, they're going to get wiped out. But we do have more Marines on the way. Now this is turning into quite an army. I don't think he can be able to clean this out with the Zerglings he has. So it's interesting enough. Polt is making a very good player. These couple of Zerglings trying to slip by. He wasn't able to kill them, but he's going to see them. Stephano probably making the wise choice not to actually move them up here. Canceling that hatchery. Still preventing Stephano from getting that 3rd base. That must be frustrating for him, as Zergs do love to get that 3rd base, and 4, maybe even 5 bases usually per game. So without that 3rd base, Stephano's especially going to be feeling it. Looking at the upgrades here, we got 1-1 for the Zerglings. Not seeing any other units out here. So it's going to be sticking with the Zerglings for early game. Going to get those Infestors out there. Very good, especially against Terran. Infestors are going to be able to do a lot of damage, not only with their corruption, right? Fungal growth. What am I? No, corruptors. That's other. I am lost right now, guys. I apologize. But yeah, with that fungal growth and infested Terrans, going to be doing significant damage to the Terrans, as they do tend to destroy mech builds, although he's not going for much of a mech build yet, although we could see that conversion. Just see that the Marines do have Stimpack and Medpack, or not combat shields. Wow, Stimpack and combat shield. He is pumping out some siege tanks here. Wow, this is going bad for me, guys, but Do keep up with me, please. So he's going to put out those siege tanks. Looks like he's going to set up a defense here, realizing that the containment and the attacks are just not working. Is sending a small group of Marines and medevacs to the side here. Probably going to go try a drop. I'm looking for that third base here. I'm not sure if he's going to take that. The Infestor is corrupting that medevac, who's completely out of place, not paying attention to where he was. A little bit Polt's fault there. Not enough micro on that medevac, seeing they got ahead of those Marines. Either way, that would have been a terrible slaughter with those Infestors there, so probably smart. Stephano is going to suspect that there were Marines coming here, see that, and is now going to take those Marines out. Although sending his bulk of his army to the middle, and just in time, it looks like Polt was going to make a play for that. That would have been very, very bad if Stephano hadn't read that well, but being such a massive level player he is, definitely saw that coming a mile away. Something I still can't do. As we see, he's getting a lot more siege tanks, and let's see if there's any upgrades yet. No upgrades for anything yet. What about for upgrading build? He does have the engineering bay and armory, working on to pump up some upgrades, getting that those refineries all up and working. Mostly barracks. Do have two factories, so I think he is starting off a strong bio. Gonna quickly switch to mech though as soon as he can. Definitely switching to mech. Let's see. He's just trying to keep a good contain here, although Stephano sweeping around from the side right now, kind of catching his army out of place here, seeing as he's moving them all down over here to this left side, trying to break where Stephano is, but going to be completely wrong and going to get destroyed if he does not move his army back for reinforcements. The siege tank isn't going to get out before he can get a couple shots out. Going to destroy some good Zerglings though, not nearly enough to do the damage it needs to. Here comes the rest of the army. He's going to get cut really out of place here, although they are coming here to trap those Infestors. This is perfect placement actually. Polt is coming in at a great angle. Gonna do a lot of damage to those Infestors here. Zerglings not being left to this wall completely blocked off here. This is really bad for Stephano right now. He needs to reconsider what he's doing here. Gonna back out and take out his army behind him as this is doing a massive amount of damage. Hitting one Ultralisk. Where did this Ultralisk come from? I don't even have the production tab up. Probably bad on my part. I just pressed pause. My bad. Going up for production here. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. This looks like Stephano's going to have to back out of this as he's being cleaned up. But that was definitely a good attempt by Stephano, but that wall proving to be the bane of all Zerglings, as it did stop them from getting to that base and doing any economic damage, which is what his main goal seemed to be. And now, coming with that big counterattack, Polt probably going to come in here and try to punish Stephano from committing most of his forces to that area. It does have a substantial army coming right back up immediately, as Zerg tends to do. Not sure what he's going to try to go for. He's going to try to keep more of a contain here and go through these shields, or sorry, this rubble, trying to create another path to come through his base. And it's definitely an interesting play, but at this point I think that is a good idea, as straight up rushing a Zerg is not a very smart idea. It looks like, is he going to be moving out to take this third base here? Not 100% sure. Stephano does have this fourth base up and running now. Well, not running, but he is up there. Going to try to take out this containment. The siege tank's not doing enough. The siege line just not enough. But he cannot be able to take out these Ultralisks. Seeing where going, these Infestors throwing out some fungal growth. I'm not sure if he can clean this up. There is a lot of movement here going on, but this is like Stephano's able to clean this up with those Ultralisks. And now he's going to be able to finish this and stop this containment. But it doesn't look like Polt's going to this fight very easily. He's sending real reinforcements. If he does back up a little bit, he could actually hold off this push of these Ultralisks here. He's doing 79 damage. One Ultralisk left. He needs to focus that down. It's going to be destroying his units if he doesn't. Does take it down. Oh man, it's just going crazy right now. Stephano pulling back and Polt not relenting. He's trying to get that contained back again, but it's going to fail as Stephano is ready for him this time. Throwing out some more infested Terrans. Looks like this is an ongoing onslaught. Neither team is backing up. Stephano did try to back up, but Polt would not let him. Polt finally realizing, I don't think I can take this containment. Maybe I should just abandon it for now. Leaving 3 medevacs back here. Not sure what he's doing there. Looks like Stephano gonna try to set up another containment, or is he gonna retreat back? He is trying to set up another containment now. Saying, hey buddy, you're gonna try to contain me? I'm gonna contain you, buddy. Listen here. It's got that Terran working on that level 3 attack for bio and 2 armor for his mech. Not seeing what we got here. This is going to be an engagement here going in. Going to go tough with Ultras. I don't think it's going to be enough with Ultras not going to be able to take out all these units. He doesn't need to focus him down though. If he does not focus down, they will destroy his army before he can build up strong enough. He is focusing, but the siege tank causing some significant splash damage to their own units. That Ultra's able to come through. Just showing you why siege tanks at close range are just such a disadvantage. That splash damage does end up hurting you more than it does you good in this game. Looks like Stephano's going to get in here and be able to do a lot of damage if he can. Or really just simply focusing trying to take out those units. Don't think he's going to be able to do it. Going to try to take out this supply wall. So leave it open for some more Zerglings coming. Coming with the second push of Zerglings and Infestors coming in. This is going to be a very strong push. Interesting enough to see those siege tanks being caught completely in those fungal growths. Going to be taken out. Polt giving the GG. Oh, as it was Stephano coming in too strong with those Infestors, not leaving those siege tanks to do much. This was an awesome game, just straight up fighting. No economic damage actually done, I don't think. We look at the units lost. Real quick, we actually, yes, units lost, definitely favoring the Terran player. Stephano did lose more units, but he was able to come back. Interesting enough, I'm not sure, oh, sorry there. Not sure about army size at the end of the game. Was definitely, no, what am I looking for here? Oh, well, I forget what I was looking for. But definitely the supply favoring Stephano towards the end is just going to be too much for Polt, as strong as he did try to come out. Now, if we went back into the game where he was trying to hold this containment, I think that was his biggest downfall. He could not hold this contained, but would just not give it up, and ended up losing a lot more units than he could afford to lose. So definitely going to say the downfall of this game was the containment and his effort to try to keep up something that was not going to be. Definitely a good play from both teams coming out here, though, not letting each player get into the base until the end. Going to be a good game. So Stephano taking game 1. Going to be great. I just don't even know what to say. That was a good game. A standard game. I'll see you guys next time I guess on game 2. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Remember to leave a comment or whatever. Leave feedback. You don't even have to do anything. You just leave a view. That's all you need to do. Alright, I'll see you guys in game 2.